Swift's Conqueror line got a major revamp for the 2016 season, moving it into the same smart HT body shell as the flagship Elegance range. One thing that hasn't changed, however, is its target market of buyers seeking a little bit of luxury. As a result, fixed bed layouts are proving most popular, such as the Conqueror 580 behind me, which features a transverse island bed, so you haven't got to make it up every evening and take it down in the morning to have breakfast. It's got a full complement of Valco goodies, of course, including shock absorbers, ATC, an AKS stabiliser and a secure wheel lock receiver, although you have to pay extra to get the lock itself. It's part of a very, very high specification, a shade lower than the Elegance perhaps, but it's unlikely that you're going to feel shortchanged. You've got a gas barbecue point, an external 230 volt socket, heavy duty steadies which are all easy to get at, and a Thule bike rack receiver on the back. It looks pretty good as well, with this streamlined front which still features a good sized gas locker with very stylish graphics on the side. But does the interior live up to that exterior promise? Well, first impressions are pretty good. I can't imagine many people feeling shortchanged by the amount of kit in this van. We've got that huge sunroof overhead making it nice and bright inside. We've got a Swift Command remote control system for all the internal electrics. We've got access to the lockers underneath, both inside and outside. And underneath me, there's the boiler for the Aldi wet central heating system. So all the luxury boxes are being ticked. I can't help feeling it's a little bit, how can I put it? Well, beige in here, particularly these plastics. But that said, it's pretty neutral and inoffensive. These sofas are probably not long enough to be used as single beds, unfortunately, unless it's by kids. But they do make up into a really good sized double bed for visitors. Swift has used the fixtures and fittings to create a good visual separation between the lounge area and the kitchen. We've got this sort of Hessian effect on the cupboards instead of the high gloss two-tone wood. And these rather fetching Phoenix worktops, which look really good and feel really solid, which is quite an unusual thing in a caravan. The countersunk sink is a nice touch too, and there's a good sized worktop flap which pops up should you need extra space. I like the fact that the microwave is stationed largely over the sink rather than directly over the hob, and the hob itself is a dual fuel with 3 gas burners and an electric hot plate. Underneath you'll find a separate oven and grill, and on the other side a large tower refrigerator, which is a good size, plenty for the 2 people that are likely to buy this van, even though it is a 4 berth. I really like these large drawers as well, really good size, plenty of space for storing things. But it does feel slightly enclosed in here, doesn't it? Well, we can get away with that by simply opening this screen, and it turns it into a large open plan living space. And of course, for many, the main event is back here, this transverse island bed. It's one of the classic retracting type, so at the moment it's in its retracted mode, which means there's a good amount of space to get past it to go to the toilet at night. Even when extended, however, it only runs to 6 feet long, which isn't massive, and you do have the compromise of having to squeeze around the foot of the bed. One thing I do really like about this room, however, is this vanity unit. It's a proper dressing table. A mirrored cabinet at the top, just ideal for doing my makeup. A good space to store your toiletries, or indeed a telly, because underneath we've got an aerial 12 volt and 2 230 volt sockets. That's 6 in total in the van so far. There's a good sized cupboard underneath as well. And if you're looking for storage, well, there's masses in here. We've got a large wardrobe on this side, matched by a smaller one on the other side. Little shelves for your cups of tea, and drawers underneath, plus 2 overhead lockers. And of course, beneath this bed, there's a massive space for storing all your gear, though you want to be a little bit careful not to overload it when you're on the road. It's also a shame that the end wall is such an unremitting expanse of wood effect. A little mirror or perhaps a picture would lift it a huge amount. In the washroom, there are plenty of places to store your toiletries, in the cupboard under the sink and the wall of shelves and cupboards beside the toilet. I like the fact that the shower cubicle is fully lined and has 2 plug holes, so it should drain even if you haven't got the van perfectly pitched. It's not the most spacious feeling washroom though, and could be a bit brighter despite the roof light and a frosted window. At 1,650 kilos, and just a fiver shy of £26,000, this Conqueror represents a significant investment and quite a heft to tow. That said, that's a 50 kilo saving and a £2,000 saving over the flagship Elegance. And if you're inside, it's hard to see where any corners have been cut. The one thing that is interesting, however, is for 2016, Swift has added 2 island bed models to its Conqueror range, this 580 and the 560, which features a central washroom and a rear island bed. I guess it's horses for courses which one you prefer. My preference is for that central washroom, which feels a lot more open and bright, but I think the only way for you to decide is to take a look at both.